What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 21, and coming into today, we are sitting at a record of 34-9 on the series. As for the team, I'll give you guys a refresher in a second in case you forget what exactly we're running today. But before we do that, just a friendly little reminder in case you guys haven't done so already, and you would like to show your support to the channel and the series and all that fun stuff. Remember, you can do so by clicking that like button right below this video. That always helps out a lot, and so do your comments. So any suggestions or thoughts you have can go down in the comment section below. Any Pokemon you would like to see on a future team, any specific sets, anything like that. That's all good stuff to put down there. You guys always have great ideas. Anyway, so let's take a look at the team here. We have our Rocky Helmet, Weezing, physically defensive, of course. Takes on Talonflames and other physical attackers like Garchomp pretty nicely. Then we have Mega Blastoise, pretty standard. It's running Scald, Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, and Rapid Spin. Nothing fancy there. I don't think it actually got into a battle last time, though, so we may have to change that. Then we got our Dragon Dance, Tyrantrum, which, again, doesn't do a whole lot. I just kind of have him there, again, for Talonflames, because I've been seeing so many different teams carrying Talonflames lately, so I have quite a few things that can handle it now. So we have that. Then we have our Saltfest Conkeldurr, very standard again, but it's kind of the glue of the team. It does a great job of taking out things like Heatran and Porygon 2, which could otherwise give this team a little bit of trouble. Then we have Life Orb Zoroark, so it makes for a good lead because we can fool some people with the illusion tactics, of course. And last but not least, we have our Scarfed Magneton, another great stop to Talonflame. Because we outspeed and kill it with a T-Bolt if it goes for Flare Blitz, and Brave Bird obviously is a 4 times resisted move, so Magneton doesn't care about that. And yeah, we're seeing another Talonflame right here. So I've just been seeing so many of them lately. It's been kind of ridiculous. They've been on just about every team. So I am going to bring the Magneton because you should be able to deal a decent amount of damage to Rotom, to Kangaskhan. Flash Cannon can probably deal a decent amount of damage to the Hydreigon. So that's what we're going to go with. And yeah, we're going to bring the Zoroark as well because Zoroark, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't used it too much this generation, to be perfectly honest. And I think the time that I did use it, it was a Specs variant. But I like the mixed variant better, I think. I think that's my favorite. Anyway, we are leading off with Zoroark / Magneton. And we can go straight for a knockoff, because I don't think you're going to Willow. Probably Volt Switch or Hydro Pump. And that does so much damage as we knock off the Choice Specs. Wow. That was like dangerously close to an Oko, honestly. He goes with a Hydro Pump. And without the Specs, we still can't take that. Sadly. I would have gone for the Grass Knot, but Rotom actually doesn't weigh anything, so Grass Knot does absolutely nothing. So knockoff was the best play there. And we should very easily be able to take it out with Magneton now, and we can Volt Switch, I guess. I mean, we saw how much knockoff did, and he's Choice Spec, so he's an offensive variant, so there's really no reason to go for anything else. Unless I just want to lock myself into a more powerful T-Bolt. But chances are I'm probably going to want to switch whatever he switches into after this anyway. And just in case he wants to save this Rotom, I'll go for the Volt Switch. He doesn't. But yeah, so the Rotom's going to go down. And we'll be able to get Magneton out of here and come back in later on if he has something like Talonflame waiting for us. So I'll switch in Weezing here. And we'll see what he wants to go into. I'm sure he's bringing the Talonflame or the Kangaskhan, one or the other, if not both. We'll have to see. We shall see. He's going to go into the Kangaskhan. Alright, well there's one of the most hated Pokemon ever. Now we can take a hit from you. And if you want to go for Fake Out, be my guest, because you're just going to take all kinds of Rocky Helmet damage. There's the Mega Evolution. We'll go for the Will-O-Wisp in case he goes straight up for a return. Or a Power-Up Punch or something. He does just go straight for the returns. We really need Willow to hit, as that is going to be a 2-hit KO if we do not get the Willow off, unless he gets min damage. So he takes all that recoil, and we connect with the Willow, so this Kangaskhan is essentially neutered. Essentially neutered, because he takes damage from the burn, and he's not going to be able to take Weezing out here. kind of want a Pain Split, predicting him to actually just switch out, but with this thing being burned, he might not want to save it and risk taking any kind of damage on whatever his third Pokemon is. So we might just be better off going for a Sludge Bomb. Just for damage. Because we can probably finish him off this turn if he stays in. And he is going to stay in, and he's just going to go for the return, which is not going to be a KO unless he gets a crit, and he does not on the first hit. And he does not on the second hit either, so we're going to take that with 32 HP remaining. So all that Rocky Helmet damage, plus Sludge Bomb, plus a burn, you're going down. In fact, you're going down to the Sludge Bomb. We don't even need that burn damage. It's perfect. Perfect. So Kangaskhan is out of the way, and Weezing lives to tell the tale. As Talonflame is going to come in next, so he was bringing both the Talonflame and the Kangaskhan. Not really too surprising. We can, I guess, Pain Split if he wants to Roost, or not Roost, Swords Dance. He's going to go for Flare Blitz. I really hope that you're locked into that. Actually, it doesn't matter, because with your last Pokemon being Talonflame, we win, because we have Magneton, and unless you're running Scarfed Flare Blitz Talonflame, then you're not going to be beating Magneton here, because with that recoil from the Flare Blitz and the Rocky Helmet, there's pretty much no chance that you're going to survive a T-Bolt here, and this is why Magneton comes in handy on Battle Spot. It really comes in handy against Greninjas too, but Talonflame is actually way more common, at least for me. I don't know if it is on the actual usage statistics, but I just seem to run into it so often. I feel like I said that so many times, but I mean, you just can never say it enough. Just like I can never be satisfied enough to watch Talonflames just fall down to the ground. I love watching the KO animation of Talonflame. Probably too much. Anyway, so that's a victory for us. Brings our record up to 35-9 on the series. We'll go ahead and look for another battle. I'm actually pretty excited that in the Omega Ruby playthrough, I'm almost done with that the actual storyline part of the game. Not that I want it to end, but it unlocks some extra music things so we can listen to some different audio tracks in these competitive videos. That's pretty exciting. So we're going up against somebody from Japan, as our rating is actually slowly but surely going up. I was like 12 and 19 or something on the record because I had like DCs out the wazoo. It just destroyed my rating. We kind of brought it up over the course of the last couple of videos though. So this is an interesting team. A lot of poison types. Muck, Crobat, and Gengar. And he's got Tyranitar, Mega Lopunny, and Porygon 2. When I see the Porygon 2, I immediately want to bring Conkeldurr because Conkeldurr just flat out beats it unless he gets a freeze on Tri-Attack or Ice Beam or something. So I want to bring the Conkeldurr. I want to bring the Zoroark too because Sucker Punch really just destroys Gengar's life. And if he happens to lead off with the Porygon 2, that'd be great because we can just immediately knock off the Eviolite. I kind of want to bring the Weezing too because Weezing can take care of the Crobat, assuming it's offensive, of course, and, well, really even any variant of Crobat that I can think of. I mean, unless it's Nasty Plot. And Weezing should be able to take care of the Lopunny as well, and even the Tyranitar. We can take a Crunch or a Stone Edge and then burn it. So Weezing is kind of a must-do for this battle. So we're bringing some familiar faces here. Magneton's not coming in this battle. Blastoise still has not seen any action at all. So we'll have to try to change that in the final installment. I'll try to bring him in like a Wi-Fi battle or something. That's where he's more useful. I'm not really a big fan of Mega Blastoise, to be completely honest. It's like super bulky, I know that. And it's very difficult to take it down in one hit. But just it doesn't excite me. I don't know why. I don't know why. I like the Mega Charizards better, both variants. Now, I know they're OU, and I don't really use them regardless, but still, I don't know. Something about the design, I guess. Alright, so we're getting into the battle here, and we will see what our opponent wants to lead off with. Hopefully Porygon 2, so we can knock off that Eviolite immediately. Please, please, please. Nope, it's going to be Muck. Okay, that's fine, because these things are usually not physically defensive, specially defensive, which means knockoff's going to do a whole buttload of damage, and I like that. So that's what we're going to go for here. And he may stay in thinking that this is a Weezing, and that Weezing can't really do anything to Muck, which is true. All I can do is burn it, because Flamethrower doesn't do anything at all. So we'll see. We'll see what he wants to do. He may switch too, because Muck might not be able to do anything. Just trying to think, what would Muck normally carry? If it's like an Assault Vest variant or Black Sludge, I mean, even either one, really. I mean, Poison Jab, Toxic, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, none of those are really going to do anything to a Weezing. So he does stay in. We get a knockoff off, and he goes for the Minimize. Of course. Why would I not expect that from a Japanese player on Battle Spot? Of course. Couldn't actually be using a Muck for the sake of using a Muck. It has to be shenanigans like Evasion. Great. I don't have anything that has 100% accuracy, like Aerial Ace. Or, not 100% accuracy, but you know what I mean. A move that can't miss. So I have to just stay in and go for knockoff again. And he does have this sticky hold. He survives the second knockoff, and he knows I'm Zoroark by now. And he's going to go for Acid Armor. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we're not able to knock off his, what does he have, Black Sludge? Is that what that is? Oh, he just has lefties. It's not even Black Sludge. Okay. So we can't knock off the lefties because he has the sticky hold, obviously. But another knockoff will take him out. But just kidding, it misses because of Minimize, and he goes for Minimize again. So he's at, what, +4 now? +4 evasion. I'm surprised we hit 2 times in a row. Honestly, another knockoff will definitely take him out, but we need to connect with one. Come on, Zoroark, you know you want to. There you go, finally. Getting rid of that Muck with a meaningless critical hit. I say finally, but it was only a few turns. It felt like forever, though. I'm starting to get a little bit stressed when Minimize is on the field. That is just a nonsense Muck set. Sorry. Not a fan of Minimize. That's one way to get me in a salty mood very quickly. I get way too salty over Evasion. Oh my gosh. Okay, so out comes the Lopunny. This is going to be Mega, obviously. And you cannot one-shot me. And by me, I mean Weezing, not Zoroark, so we need to switch. We can switch into the real Weezing and Willow you. It'll be a good time. He's probably going to go for Fake Out anyway. So, at least we will get him to take some Rocky Helmet damage. So there's the Mega Evolution. See if he just goes for a return, maybe? No, he's probably just going to go for Fake Out. That's what they all do. Yep, there's the Fake Outs. And that does not do too much damage. In fact, we actually dish more out to the Lopunny than we took from that Fake Out by a smidge. And now we are free to go for a Will-O-Wisp. Or a Sludge Bomb. I mean, if we go for Sludge Bomb, that's probably going to put him into a range where Mach Punch would kill, for sure. But then we just sacrifice Weezing, essentially, because I think I died at 2 returns. So we're probably better off just going for Willow. I'm just a little bit worried that it'll miss, but I'm going to go for it. He's going to switch out. What do you have that wants to take a Willow? Oh, Porygon, okay. Porygon doesn't care too much about a Willow. I mean, it's residual damage, as I'm having, like, random hiccups. Yeah, so it's residual damage, which is great, because every little bit of damage on a Porygon 2 really goes a long way, but it's not the end of the world, because he does have recovery. On the other hand, having this thing out here is great, because now that I know that he has a Porygon 2, Conkeldurr pretty much just wins from here. Because I don't think Lopunny can one-shot. So essentially what we can do here is just sacrifice Zoroark. We don't need it anymore. I mean, knockoff would be great on a Porygon 2, but we have a knockoff with Conkeldurr. There's really nothing to be afraid of other than some kind of haxy shenanigans. And judging... You know what? Actually, he's probably just the Toxic Stalling set. Because he had Minimized Muck. So he already, you know, showed us that he has cheeky strategies. So I'm not even going to bother switching in Zoroark. I'm just going to go right into Conkeldurr expecting a Toxic. Or T-Wave. And he does go for the T-Wave. Alright, perfect. So we're a little slow. But we were a little slow to begin with, because it's a Conkeldurr, so I'm not too worried about it. And now we have our Guts, which means that Mach Punch might just one-shot Lopunny from where it's at. So that's great. And do I just go straight for the Drain Punch, maybe? Or do I attempt to knock off its stuff first? Kind of want to just go for the Drain Punch just to make sure that we're at as much health as possible. Because I don't think the Eviolite's going to matter now that we have the Guts boost. Because if Drain Punch doesn't kill, Mach Punch will, and it's not like he's going to want to switch in Lopunny. So, no, he's just going to stay in. He's going to go for the Tri-Attack, and that does not do very much at all. And with Drain Punch, that's going to get us back up to full health. Ooh, it actually doesn't take out the Porygon, but actually the Burn might. The Burn just might be enough to take it out. And it is. The Porygon is going down, and all we have left to deal with is that Lopunny. And that pretty much means that we win here, because we still have Zoroark, and we still have Weezing, too. So we may actually see a forfeit. I don't know. You'd have to get some serious hack shenanigans. Let's see here. If I really wanted to be cheeky, I could switch in Weezing, because he's going to go for Fake Out. But there's really no point. I just want to end this battle. Kind of worried that he's going to do something Haxy-ish. But no. It's a Lopunny. A Mega Lopunny. He does go for the Fake Out. That does 40 HP. And judging by that damage, we should be able to take a return. Not well, but we can take it. But either way, we can just go for a Mach Punch, right? Right? Oh, just kidding. We're paralyzed and we're unable to move. Okay, so we have to take a high jump. Oh, we might not take that. I wasn't thinking about high jump kick. I was thinking about return. So Conkeldurr goes down thanks to the para. Maybe I should have switched out Weezing. That really stinks. That really, really stinks. Especially because Lopunny resists Sucker Punch. So we're going to go with Weezing here. I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to break a Weezing. So I'm just going to go for Sludge Bomb for damage. Try to get you into a range where Sucker Punch will for sure kill. He goes for the Ice Punch. So does he not have return? Or is he going for the freeze? He's probably going for the freeze. Knowing this player, he's probably going for the freeze. So Sludge Bomb for damage. And that should put him within range of a... I think he DC'd. I think he DC'd. It's taking forever. Yep, he DC'd, of course. You don't want to actually take the loss like a honorable player. You have to DC. Or maybe his internet just happened to go out at that point. Who knows? I've actually had that happen to me before, so I shouldn't judge. Because I've been having all kinds of problems with DCs lately. Really need to fix my internet. Anyway, that was going to be a win for us, even though he did DC. Yeah, that was definitely in the bag there. Sucker Punch would have finished off the Lopunny. Actually, Weezing probably would have been able to. Because he was just going for Ice Punch. Anyway, that brings our record to 36-9 on the series. We got one more episode with this team. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or comment, or whatever you would like to do, of course. And I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.